Hello and welcome. I'm the Ten Man, and this is Beginning of the End Times. Call of Warhammer: Beginning of the End Times multiplayer battle. This is between me and the Kano King. I am playing as the Vampire Counts. He is playing as the Tomb Kings. I'm gonna go through both armies. Just sorry. Every single time I start recording, for some reason I always start off fairly breathless. Really. All right. So I have 3 units of Empire Archers, right behind them 2 units of Grave Guard, behind them 1 unit of Zombies for just in case you was thinking of going around the back with some Cav. There would be some Zombies to soften the blow. My main line is comprised of 4 units of Graveguard Halberdiers, backed by 4 units of Krell's personal guards. I have 1 Screaming Skull Catapult and 2 units of Spirit Hosts. And I have a Blood Dragon Knights General unit and 2 Vampire Black Knights to back them up. Now, before going into this battle, I forgot, both me and Kano King didn't really realize that the Screaming Skull Catapults don't really do much damage, but they do morale, and we have undead armies which don't really have morale. So that was a kind of a hiccup. But he brought 2 Screaming Skull Catapults, so that was bad for his funds. He also brought a unit of Araby Elephants. Why they're over here, I have no idea. Back to the main line, he has 4 units of Skeleton Spearmen, 4 units of Black Guardians of Zandri, 3 units of Skeleton Archers, some more of those guys, 2 units of Tomb Guard, 1 unit of Ushabti, pretty cool unit, 2 units of Tomb Scorpions, and a unit of Necropolis Knights. So let's get into the battle. So if we didn't get this Screaming Skull Catapults, then we could have possibly gotten better units and whatnot, but alas we did. And they do something to my units, just not a lot. They obviously, take down a couple, but that's it. So I start moving my line because I don't want to just be hit by the catapult the whole entire time. Again, they only get like 3, maybe 5 kills or so, not many. So I start just moving my soldiers around, because since the Kano King had the advantage of being higher up, I wanted to kind of defeat that advantage, sort of. Or, well, at least get a better area to go up. I could have also moved all the way around, but I decided that was going to take too much time, and I didn't want to do that, because I was lazy. So I moved my army around here, but he's still going to be able to hit me with his catapults. So, well, they're going to move around a bit, lose the cover from the spikes. Move up his Black Guardians of Zandri, which I think the Tomb Kings are pretty cool. I love how, like, it's not just, skeletons, but, different skeletons from different places, like the Black Guardians of Zandri, the Holy Sons, and whatnot. Those sort of things. So he has all his catapults kind of strangely mixed up here, but they're still able to fire down, so I decide to move up my own Screaming Skull Catapult. Also, up here, I went for a flanking maneuver with my Cav, hoping to defeat his Cav and then have free reign of the battle. Now, he does have the Tomb Scorpions, which are very, very good units. But I actually start sending up my Spirit Hosts in loose formation, gonna try to get those Screaming Skull catapults to stop firing. Although what eventually happens is that they create a very, very good barricade. A form of barricade to stop the spirit hosts from fully reaching the enemy. Although they keep on firing, not really doing any damage, getting a few kills here and there, but not many at all. So both of our catapults were not worth the money. They did not pull their own weight. So I moved my 2 Black Knights here, and I noticed that they send in Necropolis Knights, so I'm charging with one of my units of Black Knights, but the unit of Black Knights gets absolutely decimated by the Necropolis Knights. Black Knights are just destroyed. They're also going to be sending their Tomb Scorpions forward, so I use my other Black Knights to counter charge the Scorpions while I send my Blood Dragon Knights down to the Necropolis Knights. Now, over on this side of the battlefield, I have my Spirit Hosts fighting the units here, so we have successfully stopped the catapults, so then I'm going to start heading on up with this army. And so I send my Black Knights to stop these Scorpions and send my Blood Dragons to help these clearly losing Black Knights. And the charge was a decimation charge. We killed at least half their unit right there. They killed half of the Black Knight unit, and then so I repaid with half of their units. Although they did manage to get one of their Scorpions into battle. The other Scorpions are fighting my Black Knights, who are, again, just being absolutely destroyed. They're fighting 3 Scorpions and a unit of Spearmen. So right now I'm quickly moving up my units to help out the Spirit Hosts. The Spirit Hosts are holding their own, but they're clearly outnumbered. Over here my Black Knights are holding their ground, but they will lose. Necropolis Knights are about to go down. There's only 2 of them left. I'm trying to tie down the Scorpion with these Black Knights. I don't want them to reach my general. And so their general has gone down, and I move him. I think I move him. I don't know what I do with him. I think I forget about him at this point. Which very, very poor micro on my part. I lose actually quite a few of my Blood Dragons to both Scorpions and Archers. These Black Knights are going to lose. And so I'm still moving up my soldiers. They take a while to get into combat. Thankfully my Spirit Hosts are very good, especially against normal skeleton units. So they're definitely holding their own. Both of my Black Knights go down. There's only 4 left over here, and this one is, and the second one is down. Although they did manage to kill 2 Scorpions are down, so that is very good. So I have my remaining 4 Black Knights fighting that Scorpion. I charged my Blood Dragons into the Tomb Scorpion and some Spearmen, although it wasn't a fantastic charge, but do I bring it down? No, I don't. So I'm going to continuously charge it. I charge the other Tomb Scorpion. Also, if you notice, all of the dead that happened from the Tomb Scorpion and from the arrows, very bad on my part. Again, some micro mistakes happen. Finally, I have my halberdiers being brought up. Some of them, they were quite peppered with arrows, losing some models, but not bad. I now have them charging towards the enemy. I have my Krill's personal guard take on their more elite units of Ushabti, Tomb Guard, and the Arabi Elephants, as well as one of the Skeleton Spearmen. Although I'm going to back them up with my other 2 units of Grave Guard. Back up here, we have successfully defeated the Scorpion, and now the other Scorpion is going to go down. Well, it's down, and now I'm just going to charge the enemy with my Blood Knight. Charging the Archers, we kill a lot of Archers on that charge. Went from 130 to 55 in a matter of seconds. So that was a very, very good charge. I have yet to bring up my Grave Guard, but I will soon, as I see that the Krell's personal guard are clearly outmatched in this melee. The Ushabti and the Tomb Guard are very, very elite troops of the Tomb Kings. However, their skeletons are no match for my Grave Guard Halberdiers and Krell's personal bodyguard, as well as some units of Spirit Hosts. Now again, these catapults create a sort of barrier that really decrease the movement of, well, that really decrease the speed of the fight, although it does give me a chance for it. The Tomb Kings lose their effective numbers against my vampire counts, as they have to channel in through small places, so it really gives me more of an advantage. I charged the back of some of their skeleton spearmen, doing some damage. Pulled out. I lost one from spikes. And I'm pulling my Blood Dragon Knights back for a little rest and then another charge. We have taken out this middle, but we are definitely losing on the left flank. So I send up my Grave Guard. And I'm actually going to start sending my Empire Archers around this way to get some side shots. We have definitely one here, so I'm going to send half these units over here, then the other one into this melee, which we are also winning. For some reason, I had my Blood Knights charged, but then they kind of stopped and stood still. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to bring them back over here and then get a good charge on these skeleton archers. Right now the movement is happening, and we're going to get some nice side charges off. So the skeletons in the middle are now dead, and so now I'm splitting up this group to take on both sides. My Krell, while definitely not winning, are definitely faring quite well against the enemy. The enemy still has one of their Araby elephants left, but a whole lot of Tomb Guard and Ushabti are still standing, so it's going to be very, very difficult to defeat them. But thankfully my Grave Guard are not so bad in melee. And now I have my archers firing into the enemy. Hopefully get some good shots in. I had some charges. There was a charge here, took out a whole middle of the unit, took out quite a few. I have my Krell's personal guards charging the skeleton archers. Hopefully that'll take these guys out of the firing. Yeah, well, stop them from firing into the back of my units, which could have been very bad. So I think I have my Empire Archers fire specifically on the Araby elephants. It's because it's so big. I'm losing quite a few Grave Guard, although since I brought in these Grave Guard Halberdiers, I have been able to push back the enemy. And then having the Krell's bodyguard in there doing quite a bit of damage. The Araby elephant went down, and the archers actually run out of ammunition. I've kept on cycle charging with my cav, trying to take out as many archers as I can per charge. I've definitely won this battle. Well, this little skirmish on this side. And now we're just surrounding the last of the small amounts of men that they still have. Most are actually artillery. So the catapults actually did really well for me. It really helped me in the long run. So that was quite sad. First of all, they weren't worth their money, as they did barely any damage and are mostly morale destroyers. And then they set up nice little tunnels for my soldiers to hold against their larger force of men. And now I'm setting up my zombies, which, funny enough, my zombies actually get no kills and die, and none of them actually die. and I actually send my Empire archers into the fray, as we actually took out quite a few enemies as well. Well, yeah, we took out quite a few Tomb Guard and Ushabti. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Ushabti, although it looks like it's Ushabti, I'm not entirely sure. But now I send in my Empire archers, and they are able to do not fantastic, but there's a lot of them, so it's not like, and because they're big, and because the Ushabti are big units, they can be attacked by from multiple of them at the same time. So that's going to be annoying. Plus the Empire archers are actually fast fighters. They're fast at fighting, although they are obviously no match one-on-one with a Tube Guard or Ushabti. And the other, their archers are essentially gone. This flank is all gone. And so I'm actually going to send my remaining 11 Blood Knight Cav, well, Blood Dragons, into the back of the enemy. Get a few kills. Not many, but we do get a few kills, so that's good. I think we lose one. Maybe, no. But yeah, no, that didn't. That was a good charge. That kind of cleared out the middle, and we just surround them and destroy them. At about this time, my opponent was saying GG. Actually, no, it was a little earlier, but it was a good game. It was a very good battle. He had the upper hand with being up top, but because I managed to get my cavalry all around here, and I managed to defeat them, I had, obviously, the upper hand with my cav, and so they granted me victory. And attacking the main, well, and attacking their elite forces in waves, well, attacking their forces in general with waves was actually a really good idea. First the spirit hosts to get them all aggroed, and then just bringing up the better units. Same thing with here with the Krell bodyguard, and then, well, the Krell personal guard, and then my grave guard. Soften up the enemy for the final blow. The last unit was this skeleton archer who decided to charge in, and he does not survive that long, as he is quickly cut down and absolutely destroyed. I can't even see his death. But that was the battle, and no, I'm not just going to upload battles of me winning. I upload battles of, I will upload good battles, and I don't really have a lot of battles anyways, and so far the only ones I've played I've really won, unless I mess around and don't care. I don't know. Okay, unless it's like an absolute wipe. I don't upload absolute wipes. I upload fairly good battles. So let's see the battle statistics. My Blood Knights got 345 kills. My Halberdiers got up to 157 right here. My units did fairly well. The Krell's personal guard, a couple of them not so much, obviously, as they were fighting. The two new units that were the 2 to 3 units that were fighting, well, okay. There were 2 units of Krell personal guards who were fighting the more elite units. They didn't get many kills. But then the 2 that were fighting skeleton spearmen and skeleton archers did really well. The zombies obviously got 0 casualties and 0 kills. So that was fairly interesting that happened. My screaming catapult got 35 kills and took 2 casualties. 35 kills is still pretty cool. And yeah. So that was the Battle of the Undead. I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you next time, and goodbye. I said goodbye. Dang, it's doing it again. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go end it. Goodbye.